Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's webinar on converting from CAPS to EPS. My name is Cindy Prado from Anchor, and we have today's special guest from the U.S. Post Office, Bill Craig, and he'll be hosting today's webinar for us. But before I get started, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about Anchor Software. Anchor Software was founded in 1988. We provide software solutions for data quality, postal compliance, mail processing, and document design. We actively engage in shaping our industry, shaping our industry through participation and leadership in MTech, ID Alliance, AMI, Postcom, and other numerous PCCs. We have integrated service vendor with Locate since 2013, providing worldwide address quality and geocoding using Anchor's Address Pro technology. This technology is also available via batch, real-time, on-premise, or in the cloud. So now, since I've told you a little bit about Anchor Software, let me tell you a little bit about our host, Bill Craig. Bill Craig is currently the Principal Business Systems Analyst with the Post Office. He's been an employee of the United States Post Office for 32 years. Long time, Bill. Bill began his career as a city carrier in Roanoke, Virginia, after serving 4 years in the United States Marine Corps. Thank you for serving, Bill. He's held various positions throughout his career, ranging from supervisor to postmaster to manager of operations, program support, and marketing manager. Throughout this career, he has served in multiple locations, including Atlanta, Georgia, Birmingham, Alabama, North Platte, Nebraska, and Fredericksburg, Virginia. On a personal note, Bill and his wife have 4 children and 2 beautiful grandchildren. He enjoys camping, kayaking, cycling, and the great outdoors. So now that I've told you a little bit about Bill, Bill is going to tell us about converting from CAPS to EPS. Bill, take it away.
Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate the opportunity to share the exciting news that we have with EPS development. During today's discussion, we'll cover at a high level what EPS is, the benefits of migrating to EPS, as well as talk about setting up and maximizing the utility of an EPS account. Lastly, we'll discuss about where you can find additional resources to help set up your EPS account and answer EPS questions, EPS-related questions. Okay, so our agenda, we're going to have a high-level overview of EPS, the benefits of it, and then commercial mailings within EPS and just the steps that we'll go through that to set you up on EPS. So the EPS was rolled out in 2016. This is a new payment processing platform, and it's an upgrade to the existing USPS payment architecture for enterprise and business customers. So EPS enables the customer to pay and manage their postal products and services online using a single account. Currently, EPS customers can pay for first class and priority mail, letters, cards, and flats, business reply mail, parcel select, media mail, library mail, bound print and matter, periodicals, eDoc, which include mail.dat, mail.xml, PO Box, caller service reserves, address quality products, AEC, AEC2, and ACS. EPS also offers expanded payment technologies, including ACH debit, trust accounts, and mobile check deposits. Mailers using CAPS that haven't already moved eligible products and services over to EPS are encouraged to migrate as soon as possible. CAPS is scheduled to be sunset April 2019, emphasizing that's for current products and services that are supported by EPS. So currently this is the before and after. So on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see what CAPS currently looks like. And you can see each single payment account is paid for individually, either at a post office or over the phone or through written correspondence. Where on the right side of the screen, you can see where CAPS is one consolidated place to go to pay for your products and services, including what I covered before: express mail account, shipping, commercial shipping products, or just some of the few that you can pay for at EPS. EPS provides a wide range of products that mailers can expect once migrated. First, mailers will no longer be required to submit manual application forms to the CAPS Service Center. Obviously, a time-saving feature there. Next, all accounts can be done electronically. With EPS, mailers have 24/7 on-demand access to the accounts and information. EPS supports multiple payment options, including mobile check deposit. It provides enhanced reporting features and the ability to manage multiple USPS business functions under one account. EPS is, and this is for me really important, it also offers enhanced security features, including enhanced encryption and security protocols regarding bank account information, while supporting centralized balance information and account management. And finally, allows mailers to manage their accounts utilizing a suite of customer dashboards and standard reports. And we'll get into some of that deeper as we go through the presentation. As I stated earlier, not all commercial mailings are mailing products and services are available through EPS. Currently, EVS, PRS, PC postage, scan-based payment, merchandise return, and IMBA are not currently supported by EPS. As you can see on the screen, there are, on the right-hand side of the screen, future products and services coming soon, such as Share Mail in March 2019, and others listed through that slide. Okay, so let's talk about setting up your EPS account. I can't emphasize enough, although we have it listed as number 2, is getting organized before you open up your EPS account. And that would mean getting a list of all of your permits and all of your CRIDs, and understanding which permits you want to link to the EPS account. So then this is just your process flow. You make the planning steps, as I stated, then you create a BCG account, your EPS, create an EPS account, and set up the payment. So we'll go into more detail on the next couple slides. So as I stated previously, setting up is the crucial part. Planning before we start opening up the EPS, getting those permits, those CRIDs all together in one place, and get that organized. You also want to work with your financial department to see the best payment option for your organization, whether it's ACH debit, trust, where you could do a retail mobile deposit. And so let's talk about creating your BCG account. So this is your business customer gateway account that opens up other products and services through it for the Postal Service. It's so you go to the BCG site and simple sign-in process where you use username and password. And then if you have other information, you can contact the Postal One help desk. Also, you can use the Postal Pro link on this page. Very simple process of signing up for the BCG account. I do want to emphasize that the first person that opens up the BCG account will be the Business Systems Administrator. And that also there are 2 security questions that will be asked during the registration process. So very important that managing your user roles, there's 3 different roles within EPS. You have an administrator role, which is restricted to a BSA or a BSA delegate. You have a payment manager, and this subscriber. So they're just different levels of access to the EPS account. As you can see, the BSA is obviously the person that has the most access and ability to change information within the account. The payment manager is able to pay for payment account methods, reports, and view download and payment transaction. And subscriber can just view notifications, view download payment transactions. Just like the BCG account, so EPS is very simple to set up. One, to explain that EPS is a service within the BCG. So the first step is signing up for that BCG account. And then when you open that up, one of the options in there is to choose to set up your EPS account. So you can contact the local BMEU, or you can send an email to the Postal One help desk to help you set up your EPS account. You'll receive an email usually within 2 business days. And then in that email, so it's giving you a invitation code. Click on that, and then it will take you to help you open up your EPS account. Okay, let's talk about setting up the payment options for your EPS account. You have 2 different options. You can set up a trust account or an ACH debit account. So the trust accounts can be funded by check, cash, money order, deposit, any designated retail unit. So before you used to have to go to your local BMEU, the BMEU where you had your permits assigned and pay there, but you can make a deposit at any retail location within RSF location within the Postal Service. And then you could also do a FedWire transfer, which is 4 to 6 hours. ACH credit is available the next business day. You can also set it up as ACH debit. So the daily transactions are aggregated and then withdrawn at 6 p.m. daily. To use an ACH debit, and enable bank account must be provided. You can also, and I moved on to the next screen, but you can also have the trust, have a trust account set up as a backup to the ACH debit, or vice versa. You can have ACH debit set up as a backup for your trust. So one of the highlights that I like to always mention is the mobile check deposit. So just like with a lot of banking institutions now, you can take a picture of your check and have it immediately deposited into your account. So very convenient for the customer. You don't have to visit a post office. You don't have to FedWire transfer. Take a picture of the check, and it's automatically deposited.
Bill, can I remind our viewers, if you have any questions during the webinar, if you'll type them in the chat window, we'll answer them at the end of the webinar. I forgot to mention that, since you have such good information you're giving us.
Excellent. And I needed a little break anyway, so I needed to get a sip of water. So let's talk about commercial mailings on EPS. And pretty simple process. It's the same process you performed before, but just more streamlined. So you submit your postage statement, mail.dat, mail.xml, or Postal Wizard, same BMEU, and then you present your mailing, actions recorded at Postal One, payment is transactions processed to EPA, and then the payment's withdrawn. Mailing reports are viewable through in BCG and EPS and through Inform Visibly in IV-MTR. So a lot of enhancements on the reporting. Part of the EPS, a lot of ability to pull as much data as you want on your EPS account. So now we're looking at an EPS account. This is what the dashboard would look like. So you have all of your active EPS accounts, and then you have the designated BSA's name there. And so you can click on each one of those individual accounts, and then it will roll into your current balance, your current spend on that particular EPS account. So this is after we've drilled down into one of those EPS accounts, and you can see your spend here on the right-hand side of the dashboard. You can't see it very well, but the date range, you can lengthen or expand that date range to what you want to see, but it automatically comes up to the last 30 days. But and within EPS, you have a commercial mailing activity report, postage statement, postage line detail, mailing detail, and transaction history report. The reports in EPS mirror the reports that you currently have in CAPS, so you'll be able to get the same information that you have in CAPS in the reports in EPS. The other option outside of EPS, this is a option within the BCG, the Customer Business Gateway. I can sign up for IV-MTR and request data feeds from my EPS account. Those data feeds can be as often as 4 hours a day, and then you can go through and select either a push or a pull, so you can get a daily push of those of that data requested, or you can go in and pull that data. So that's the end of the presentation that I have for today. So I would like to open it up for any questions that we may have.
Well, thank you for doing such a great job on this helpful information on converting CAPS to EPS. And I hope all of our viewers got as much of the information that I got out of it. It was very helpful. We will provide this presentation or this webinar via, it will be emailed to all the attendees that are on here, and there'll be a link where you can download the information. Bill? I see our first question, and it looks like you might have already gone over this question, but let me go ahead and ask you to refresh their memory. The first question was, the first person to request an access to EPS is the assigned administrator role. What exactly are the different roles for EPS?
Okay, so there's basically 3 different roles within EPS. Is the BSA, or Business System Administrator. So that the administrator grants access for additional EPS users. They manage payment account. They open and close accounts, approve products to be paid through or through EPS, perform transfers, and then they view and download payment transaction reports. The next person would be the payment manager. So that person can open accounts, approve products to be paid, and perform transfers and withdrawals, and also review and download payment transaction reports. The last person would be the subscriber. So they can view and download payment transactions, but obviously don't have the same access as the administrator or payment manager.
Great answer. Great answer. It looks like we have another question. Thanks, viewers. What about paying for business reply mail accounts or the accounting fees or any other fees that we use in CAPS today? Is this going to be migrated over?
So it already is. So currently, these products are already supported. Business reply mails are already supported in EPS.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, here's another good one. What about my existing permit balances prior to enrolling in the EPS system?
So your balances, once your last permit is linked to your EPS account, any remaining balance in that CAPS account will automatically be rolled over or moved over to your EPS account. If you have a product or service that's not supported by EPS and you keep that CAPS account open for that non-supported product or service, then that balance will stay in that CAPS account. But currently, once that last permit is linked, that will move directly over. You don't have to do anything to get those funds moved over to EPS.
Thanks, Bill. Oh, here's another good question. Is there any available training for the EPS?
So yes, absolutely. Of course, just ask. So yes, so contact your local BMEU, your BMS analyst, contact Cindy and their team. That You'll see on the slide there their information listed there, but also Postal One Help Desk and Postal Pro. And then it's got the information for your local BMEU. But really encourage all the customers with any questions to take an opportunity to ask and reach out to those that are there to support.
Thanks, Bill. Oh, here's another great one. Can the same permit be linked to multiple EPAs?
So excellent question, and the answer is no. You can't. You can only link one permit through one permit to an EPA account. So you can't link those to multiple EPA accounts.
Got it. Well, Bill, I don't see any other questions coming through. So I want to thank everybody for attending today's webinar. I want to thank Bill for doing such a great job and giving us such informative information. If you have any questions, please feel free to visit our website at www.anchorcomputersoftware.com. Also, we have helpful links, as you'll see here on the screen. And when we send you a copy of this webinar, it'll also have the same links so that you can get more helpful information from the U.S. Post Office. So thank you again, Bill, and thank you everybody for attending today's webinar, and I hope to see you on our next exciting webinar.